Do you like market reports or do you not like market reports? I know everybody's trying to predict the market, and there's pros out there. That's all they do is predict the market. I'm not going to predict the market. I'm just going to show you a few important things to think about when you're buying or selling a house this fall in 2022. Coming up right now. If this is your first time to my channel and you're wondering what it's like to live and work and play in Sonoma County, make sure you hit that subscribe button right there and a little bell, because I put out a new video every single Friday. And below all my videos are 3 links to a free buyers, sellers, and relocation guide. Go on, check it out below, and I'll see you straightforward on my video. So hey buyers, I know you're freaking out about the interest rates, right? Just 5 years ago, interest rates were the same. 6%. They weren't 7%, but they were 6%, all right? So interest rates come and go, especially with economies and, can we say, elections and things like that, right? So we know it's a little bit high, but here's my theory about that. You've been saving for a house. You've cleaned up your credit, perhaps. You are ready, you're psyched up, you know the neighborhood, you know the city, and you kind of want to buy a house. And you're sitting there squeezing your cheeks because you're like, oh my God, it's 7%. You need to sit down with your lender and see how much more your mortgage payment would be. It probably won't bother you every month to have a 7% interest rate. It's not going to increase your mortgage payment that much. Now, over 30 years or 15 years, whatever kind of loan you do, yes, 7% can be more expensive, but people refinance. So maybe after an election or two, you refinance and you get a lower interest rate. You watch them periodically, and when they dump and they're lower, you call your lender and you go, can you do some numbers and find out what my mortgage payment would be now in 2025, 2024, 2023, maybe even at the end of the year? Things can really change. But the important part is get that home that you've been waiting for. Even here in expensive Sonoma County, you've been waiting to buy a house and you're all ready to go. So don't let all the stuff on television and economists and everybody scare you from getting that house. If you can afford the monthly payment and a little bit more interest, maybe $300, $200 more a month in a payment won't freak you out. Get your house, enjoy your house, and do it now. It's probably one of the funnest and best things you'll ever do. Finance, refinance down the road. Now, home sellers, maybe you're thinking, oh my goodness, I missed my window. You didn't miss your window, okay? Remember, it's a slow and boring process watching real estate change, okay? Now, in January of this year, you probably would have sold your house for the toppest dollar you could have ever sold your house for, especially if you've owned it for a decade or 3. All right, but here it is fall of 2022, and maybe you have to need to sell your home. Maybe you're reducing down, or maybe you just had a baby and you need another room, and you're like, wow, do I want to wait for the market? So you know what happens is investors who buy houses and turn them into rentals, they're usually kind of 5-year, 10-year people. Let's just say they have a plan for their purchase, okay? So they like to time the market, right? They want to buy low and then in a few years sell high and get the rent check coming in every month in between there, right? But you're not going to do that. You purchased your house 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 20 years ago, or more, and you need to or want to have to sell your house here in the fall or maybe January of 2023. And you're just kind of like, wow, I should have sold it a year ago. Well, you probably should have. You would have got the top dollar, but you're not getting dirt dollars now. You're going to make a lot of money. If you wait till the summer, then you're probably losing bigger chunks of money. Losing is losing, right? One person's 10 grand is another person's 5 grand and another person's 100 grand. Okay, it's all relevant. But if you have plans, stick to your plans. If you've been sitting on your house, enjoying your house, living in your house, you raised your children, your grandchildren, and everybody else, and you just want a little condo or a little low maintenance lock and leave kind of house, sell it. Sell it now. You're still going to get $1 grand for your home. Don't pay attention to television. Don't pay attention to everybody telling you that the world's coming to an end because prices are dumping and interest rates are rising. Stick to your plan and you'll come out much, much happier. That's my market report for fall of 2022. So that's a market report. Quick and dirty, right? It only matters to the buyer or the seller. Otherwise, you're just checking in on the economy, right? If you need a great team of people to help you out, to help you sell or buy a home, my team is terrific and they love to help you, even if you're not moving for many months out into the future. My phone number's on the screen and below all my videos in the Show More section. And don't forget that free stuff in the links below. If you're buying, there's a buyer's guide. If you're selling, there's a seller's guide. And if you're relocating here, there's a relocation guide right there in the links below. And the next video is coming up right there.